Yo, what is going on, my beautiful brothers and sisters, fellow radiators of love? My name is Jamal Pope, aka J Phoenix, and this is going to be your astrology forecast for Leap Day, February 29th of 2024. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. Hopefully, you guys are having a wonderful day so far. Let's go ahead and hop into these astrological transits so we can see how you can be better prepared to navigate these celestial energies. The last time this month, I'm going to go ahead and bring up that February calendar. So yesterday, of course, was the major. Well, actually, by the time that you guys actually watch this, because I'm going to actually upload this Wednesday night, so it still will be the Sun conjunct Mercury conjunct Saturn. But like I said, I'm making this a day ahead, so you guys can actually be a little bit more prepared. I'm trying to be a little bit better about getting these videos out earlier. The moon is going to be in Scorpio. It's going to actually be making nice trines over to the Sun, over to Saturn, over to Mercury today. We're also going to see Venus sextiling the North Node and trining the South Node, and Mercury is going to be in sextile to Jupiter. So today, aspect-wise, should be a pretty positive day, but we still have some pretty intense energies that we're going to be dealing with. So let's go ahead and hop into the chart itself. All right. So I have this set for 7:47 a.m. We do see, of course, that conjunction in Pisces starting to break apart now. Sun, we have Saturn at 9 degrees. We have the Sun at 10 degrees. We have Mercury at 11 degrees, right? So this conjunction is breaking apart. Mercury has moved ahead, but it is about to head and face the Wizard of Oz, which is Neptune, right? So that is the interesting thing about this. So it definitely can feel very Truman Show-esque right now. We're wanting to kind of break out of these different norms and different patterns. We're wanting to see and explore more. Mercury's definitely trying to figure things out, but it's just a very weird world that's in right now. It's in Pisces world. It doesn't fare very well in Pisces world. It's trying to make sense of all of these weird gadgets and doohickeys that is in Pisces world. It's like trying to plop a super logical person into the world of Dr. Seuss, where things are weird and crazy and trees are dancing and the colors are weird and don't make sense and the sky is green. You know what I'm saying? That's where Mercury is right now, trying to make sense of all that. And it's about to go face the ruler of Pisces, the king, the Oz, if you will, Neptune. Now, of course, we do have that moon in Scorpio, also in fall, mind you. But like I said, at least it's not with South Node. So it's not as intense and as crazy as it had been before. And of course, the South Node's been in Libra for a good bit now. It's actually at 15 degrees. What else is at 15 degrees today? Venus. So Venus will be in sextile to the North Node, and it will be trining the South Node. So remember, sextiles, I equate that to being something more like an opportunity. Trines are harmonious energies. So Venus sextile the North Node, opportunities can arise for us to really express ourselves and to find some balance and harmony there. It's at 15 degrees. That's a nice degree. That's the degree that Venus likes to be at. Now, of course, with the North Node in Aries, it does bring a bit of savagery energy to this, where it's like people wanting to express themselves regardless of how necessarily it is presented or it comes across, because Aries is very raw and is very impulsive. And yes, Venus is still here with Mars. It's about 3 degrees away. So that orb of influence from Mars is separating, mind you. But since it is sextiling the North Node in Aries, of which Mars is the ruler of Aries, there's definitely a little bit more influence there, right? So the trine over to the South Node, like I said, the South Node, the good thing about the South Node is it definitely, a lot of times you'll hear things about, oh, just leave your South Node and go towards your North Node. But the South Node is a lot of the lessons that we're born with. It's a lot of the things that we are born with. It's a lot of the gifts that we come into this life with. The North Node are those gifts that we are here to develop and grow. Those are the challenges. The South Node is the gifts that are already there. So the great thing about this trine is that seeing the blessings and the relationships that we do have in our life, the relationships that are working out for us. Yeah, they may not be perfect, but there are beautiful blessings there. So that's the great thing about this. If you're feeling lost during this time because of this major ass stellium here in Pisces, this will be a great day to connect with people that you already have solid relationships with. And like I said, even if you don't necessarily see eye to eye, this is a great time to kind of lean on people and to confide in people. The sextile here will give you an opportunity to maybe express some aspect of yourself that's probably been suppressed, that's maybe a little bit more raw and authentic, a little bit more raw, a little bit more impulsive, and maybe you've been afraid to show this aspect, especially because Chiron is here. So there could be some fears of opening up and actually being intimate with these individuals. But with the training energy, the sextile energy, it's actually positive. It's actually like to your benefit to open up in this way, especially because we're going to see, like I said, that moon is going to trine over to Saturn, right, at 9 degrees. Then it's going to trine the moon at 10 degrees, right? Then it's going to trine Mercury at 12 degrees. So we're going to get hit with 3 harmonious trines with the moon in Scorpio, which is all about intimacy, making trines over to all of this energy. So this can definitely give us an opportunity to really see our current situation from new perspectives. And this will probably require us to reach out to other people to gain fresh perspective on our situations. And they may reach out to you too. This is really one of those moments where it's like a no man is an island kind of deal, where trying to rely solely on your own devices, solely on your understanding of the world, is probably not going to be the best route to take. This is a time where we are wanting more connection, we are seeking more connection, we're seeking deeper connection. And yes, this moon will square Mars and Venus, but that's going to be like early Friday morning, right? So we will see that square happen. And of course, interesting enough is that we do, in fact, we'll see the moon oppose Jupiter while it is in trine to the sun. So the sun actually begins its sextile over to Jupiter on Thursday, doesn't come exact until Friday, mind you, but we will see that. So that's another thing too. There's an opportunity opening up here for us to really see and expand upon our dreams, expand upon those beautiful things, those beautiful Piscean aspects that we want to see in our life, the positive aspects of it. But yeah, there's an opposition over to the moon that Jupiter is going to be experiencing, where it's going to be like, well, shoot, how do we feel about this thing? How do we feel about expanding this? Do we feel like we can connect? Can we feel like we can have a deeper intimacy with ourself? It's going to add a bit of a psychological kind of edge to this, because Scorpio is very much so psychological. So it's going to add a bit of a psychological edge to this. But at the very least, the moon is trining the sun and Jupiter is sextiling the sun. So the sun is going to be, in many ways, even though it's not squaring these energies, it's going to be kind of like a bit of a mediator. And if you want to say, we kind of have a loose T-square with the moon, Jupiter, and Mars. Mars is at 13 degrees, mind you, so it's not exact, but we do have a bit of a loose T-square. So yes, there are definitely some frustrations when it comes to expressing ourselves, to wanting to be more intimate, to seeing our worth and seeing our value, and really, like I said, communicating that to other people, really showing people the goods, what we came here to do, and to really be those co-creative beings that are just here. We all just want to help each other. Ultimately, like, everyone wants to help. Like, that's ultimately what humans want to do. They want to help. They solve problems. They want to bring up solutions. And there can be some fears to expressing these things. Probably because in the past, trying to express these things didn't exactly get us to where we thought we were going to go, or where we wanted to go, or maybe it was denied, or maybe it was suppressed, or maybe we were laughed at, maybe we were ridiculed. Don't allow that past stuff to dictate your power now. Don't allow that past stuff to dictate the change that you can implement right now and the good that you can do right now. Because yes, not everyone's going to get it. Not everyone's going to understand the path that you're on. And it's going to be like that. In fact, 99.9% of the people are not going to understand it. That's when you have to employ your intuition. That's when you have to really engage in faith and trusting the process, because the right people will come. And someone that may be wrong today for your path could be right tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So I think, and vice versa as well, right? I think sometimes though we have a tendency to just cut immediately the moment that there's challenge, the moment that there's just a little bit of resistance. We have a tendency to just want to cut things off immediately. And I think this is really more of like a lesson in allowance, allowing people to live their journey, to walk their journey, and for it to be as authentic and as natural in its unfurlment and how it manifests and comes out as possible, right? But admittedly, there's a good bit of pressure to be a certain way, talk a certain way, act a certain way because of different societal pressures and different societal norms and different societal values. But it's about, you have to seriously ask yourself if they align and if they vibrate with your personal values and your personal sense of self-worth and what you are wanting to bring to the table. There's someone out there that needs you. There's someone out there that appreciates you for you. And that's for every one of us. Doesn't matter if it's one person, 5 people, 100, a million. There's someone out there that loves and adores you and appreciates you for you. So let that be your motivation today. And let's get into the cards. Okay, let's see what we got for the cards today. I have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I feel like there's an element where we kind of want to rush into battle right now. You know, I don't think we have all the information right now, but at least we have passion. At least we have heart. And I think that's important. And I think, the universe, I think God is acknowledging that we have passion, that we have the heart to do things, but we don't have all the answers. The King of Cups, yeah, we do have to trust our intuition and even a higher intuition. This is about having faith in the process. We got to kind of temper our energy a little bit. I think with all this water energy, anyways, our energy is pretty much tempered. We don't have any Sag energy. We don't have any Leo energy, right? We have Aries energy, but it's the North Node and Chiron. So a calculation, the North Node, which doesn't even have a physical representation, but still very powerful, and then Chiron. So that's all the firepower that we got. That's what we got, right? The sun isn't a water sign, right? So it's not really feeling that great. So its energy is drowned out, right? Jupiter is over there in Taurus, right? So it's a little bit better, but it's kind of grounded out. And then Mars is in Aquarius. So Mars is probably the strongest of the planets that rules fire signs, if you will, right? So bottom of the deck, I do have the 10 of Wands. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we all are carrying a lot right now. We are all carrying so much. And I think it's just a kind of reminder of that A, you're a lot stronger than you give yourself credit for, right? But I think this is also going to be acknowledging, it's like, what are we carrying? I'm going to cut the deck just because that's an interesting card. We keep coming back to this. No matter how many times I fucking shuffle this deck, I keep getting the 4 of Swords. I keep getting the 4 of Swords. But you know what? Even though it is reversed today, along with the Knight of Wands, what it's kind of telling me too, because the upright cards are the 10 of Wands and the King of Cups. So I feel like what's heavy are a lot of the emotions that we are carrying. And then the way that we kind of get around that, the way that we kind of move forward is to be a little bit more emotionally intelligent. At least we're to become aware of the emotions, right? But also 4 of Swords with the Knight of Wands, I think it's time to kind of temper these expectations that we put on ourselves and put those to rest. All of these major things that we put in ourselves, that we have to get this thing done, and we got to do this thing, we got to do that thing, we got to do this thing. Who are we trying to impress? Who are we trying to prove ourselves to? Right? Have fun with it. I'm hearing we need more joy, we need more fun, we need more jubilation, we need more just the joy of doing something and learning something, and just we need more of that right now. That's what I'm hearing. I've been getting a lot of, like, when it comes to the color cards, it's been a lot of like everything in like the rosies and like the pinks and the reds and stuff like that. We have Ruby, which is rejuvenate your body. That is the card I have for today. So yeah, rejuvenate your body, eat good food, make sure you're hydrated, maybe exercise, maybe do some meditation, maybe do a fast. I think this is a time where we kind of have to, especially with all the Mars, especially with Mars influence with everything right here, there can be some inflammation that's building up. There could be stress that's building up too, especially with the Ten of Wands here too. So, if your body is stressed, rejuvenate your body. Get a massage, go to the sauna. You know what I'm saying? Like, get in a hot tub, but do something to just kind of rejuvenate yourself today. That is going to do it for your astrology forecast for this leap day, Thursday, February 29th, 2024. I hope that you all enjoyed it. I hope that this message assists you on your journey today. If you did enjoy this message, please like, share, and subscribe. I definitely appreciate it. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, beloved, you can follow the link in the description below to my website, jphoenix.com. And as always, y'all take care, stay blessed, have a wonderful leap day. I will see you all on the next astrology forecast. Peace.